Hey ladies! It's been a minute since I've been live, and so I thought that I should say hello. So here I am saying hello, and I have my little friend Rose Quartz with me because Rose Quartz is really helpful for assisting with, like emotional stuff that's coming up. So, uh, yeah, this full moon lunar eclipse is already starting to kind of kick my butt. So this morning, I wanted to tell you this story about this morning. It was pretty funny. Um, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to just have cereal for breakfast. I don't want to cook something because, I have a teenager and so I often cook pancakes or make scrambled eggs or something like that because I like them to have a healthy breakfast. Um, so anyway, I was thinking I just want cereal, but we didn't have enough milk for both of us to just have cereal. So I was like, fine, I'll make eggs. But I really didn't want eggs. I I kind of don't really like eggs, but I do eat them, but I don't really like them. So anyway, I was like, "So, hey, Ash, do you want some eggs?" And they were like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And so I made eggs. I made scrambled eggs, and we were eating the eggs, and I got out the salsa and the sour cream and the avocado to make it more interesting and more palatable. And so there I am sitting at the table, and also, we have two little kittens, and they are, oh my gosh, they are so cute and so scratchy. I have puncture wounds all over my body. And so anyway, I'm dealing with the kittens and I've got the plate on the table and I'm trying to like keep the kittens off of my plate and eat the food. And I pressed down to like make the egg bit smaller and the whole plate went flip and totally like all the sour cream and the salsa got all over the floor and oh my gosh, I was just like no. And so anyway, I got my wish actually. I was like fine then, and I just like threw it all in the trash and went and got some cereal. So there was that, and then oh man, something else happened. Oh, I know. The water was dripping because we have like drinking water and it's in this, one of those crocks with the, you put the bottle on top and then there's a crock. Well, anyway, the spigot is leaky and so anyway, it just like made this giant puddle all over the floor over the, during the night. And so I had to clean that all up. And then something else happened. Oh, I know. We were walking to school because that's how I get my exercise is I walk Ash to school. Even though they're a teenager and they're in high school, they still let me walk them to school. It's very nice. I like my teenagers. Anyway, we were walking to school and I was wearing this long, like flowy sweater type thing. And I was walking by these bushes, and all of a sudden I was like, "Roar!" And because the bushes caught on the sweater, and I was like, no, it was new, and it was the first time that I was wearing it, and oh my gosh, I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, then I was walking along. I was so close to tears. Like I was like right on the verge of tears all morning because all this stuff was happening. And I was walking along after that bush incident, and I realized that actually everything was aligned, and what was out of alignment was my reactions. And so what was aligned is that I woke up in the morning and what I really wanted was cereal. I wanted cereal, but instead I made myself have eggs, and the eggs ended up on the floor. And so I ended up getting the cereal anyway. So that was a win, really. And then the other thing that I did that helped me neutralize that feeling of being close to tears, being super frustrated and like having like near disasters is that I started to focus in on the gratitude piece. And so I just felt really grateful that when my plate flipped over, it didn't land on my clothes. So I didn't have to change my clothes. And I was really grateful about that. It landed on the floor. It was pretty easy to clean up. A little bit landed on my backpack. I had to clean that. But basically, it was pretty simple. It was easy to clean up. So I was really grateful for that. And then with the water, yeah, it's just water. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was pretty easy to clean up. It was not disastrous. Like nothing terrible happened. It was not a big deal. And then the third thing, like having my sweater get caught on those branches, I stopped early enough that it didn't rip. So even though, there were near accidents and I was feeling really frustrated and I was close to tears, there was actually a lot in there to be grateful for. And so I really started focusing on that. And then I had a little talk to myself about being more conscious of my movements and my intentions and paying attention to what it is that I really wanted and allowing myself to be in that flow rather than pushing against it. So those are the ways that I neutralized this full moon madness that's ramping up. And, if you guys have been in the group for a while, you've heard me say over and over again, probably, that I always seem to get the preemptive, whatever's coming, I get it sooner than other people usually. And so, maybe you do that too, or maybe you'll start experiencing some of this like craziness a little in a few days. But as we get closer to this lunar eclipse, there may be some things like this that are just starting to like pull you out of alignment and get you into, out of your own rhythm and your own energy flow. So, yeah, those were my ways of reaching that neutral space. And so, what else is coming up is how to actually harness everything that is coming up. I mean, whenever there's an eclipse, there's shadow work to do. And so, that's part of what I was doing today is recognizing what my shadow work is, which is, that I wasn't paying attention to what my actual alignment was, and I was bucking against that. And that's what started this, like the series of events that were causing some frustration and causing me to want to cry. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Like as I was walking by those bushes and they caught on my sweater, it stopped me. It made me stop. I had to stop and back up, unhook my sweater, and then be more conscious about how I was walking. And so, if you think about that metaphorically, actually it was literal, but the underlying message there is, when things aren't going quite right, to stop and back up, fix whatever's not going right, and then be more conscious moving forward. So that's the shadow work part. But the other thing about this full moon lunar eclipse is that there's this giant window opening up for how to vision into our future. And part of that is that's a lot of soul path work. That's like opening the light box of your inner inspired, your soul path, your soul's resonance, and what it is that you're wanting to really accomplish in this life. So that is why I have created or that I'm offering the full moon energy alignment session. It's a group healing session, and the link is right there in the comments. So you can just click on that link if you're curious about it and you want to learn a little bit more. And if you want to join, it's actually really low cost. It's only $47. Plus, afterwards, you get the free clairvoyant Q&A. I open up all my clairvoyant channels and you can ask me any single question you would like. Any question about your personal life, anything, or anything about anything else. And I really love the the vibrations of the group dynamic because it's like this co-creative experience. So at first, during the healing, everybody will be muted and everybody will be have their video off, and that just makes it so that everybody has their own privacy while the healing session is happening. And then after that, for the Q&A, you're welcome to turn your video on and turn your audio on, and we'll just all gather together for that portion of it. But you don't have to. You can be anonymous and you can be a voyeur. It's totally fine. So yeah, if you want to click on that link, it'll take you to more information, and you can jump in. There's also a way to share it if you wanted to, do the healing session and the clairvoyant Q&A with a friend or with a loved one. But yeah, $47 is a fraction of the cost of a healing session with me, and all of the same healing channels get opened up. We will be purging all of the things that are eclipsing you and your path to success, your path to your soul path, and then opening a window to that clarity, that vibrational clarity that leads you into really embracing that soul path nature that's inside of you already, all that you already know that you are and that you wish to accomplish in this world, in this lifetime. So, yeah, I hope to see you on the inside, and I totally love you. Love, love, love. Oh, Maria, thanks. Welcome back, she says. Yay! Oh my gosh, I had a really great trip, you guys. It was really amazing and wonderful. Had a really major meltdown at one point and had to have a good talk with myself about it. But, meltdowns happen. It's okay. Ah, so love and love and love to you. Have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bless, bless, bless.